How we doing, people? Okay. All right. Like I said, we're coming to the end. Basically, I already have basically the identification for the Morgellon fungi, and apparently it's something they already know about, but they're kind of a little off on it. What I mean by that is basically I'm going to actually give you that right in a few seconds here. Basically, this is a very nasty fungi. They know about it. They basically understand what it is. So hang on one second, and I'm going to put up the name and so forth, and you'll actually be able to look that up and so forth and do whatever. Let me pause it for 1 second. Okay, and the name of this fungi is Aspergillus fumigatus. Aspergillus fumigatus. And basically, this fungi is an invasive fungi. Some of the images that they actually have are basically the same as what we already have. They already know that it's a fungi. They already have some of the particles that have shown you guys. I don't even understand what's wrong with this. But the only problem these people have is that these doctors right now, all they're looking at is basically that this thing is only supposed to be you catch it airborne. They're wrong. This thing is highly contagious on contact. I know this. Right now, basically, all this is actually right now. This is blown. This is has gotten to a situation where things are going to come down like a hammer. So now, like I said, everybody goes through a certain. Everybody's going through the same stage. I mean, people start having the itchy eyes and all that other crap, and basically they start having the situation where they start having the little itch and so forth. Hang on 1 second. They start having the itches and so forth, and in regards to it, I mean, this fungi is nasty. Actually, they've operated on some people just to get rid of this thing, but they actually, I believe, they got rid of nothing. That's just more of a delay and so forth, because this fungi, actually, it isn't just in a certain area. This thing covers your whole body. This is basically from the fungi right here. This is basically one of those main bodies, which basically this is why. I mean, you're going to start seeing a lot of this. I mean, right now I'm seeing all kinds of crazy crap only because of the reason that, like I told you, I mean, I'm going to be done shortly. Okay, I mean, I am practically all I want to do is find out about whether this is really my hair and so forth, and that should come very shortly. And this fungi is actually very, very nasty animal. And in regards to it, I'm not going to get into the full details on what this thing is really doing. But the one thing is, this is why. Now they say that this fungi is everywhere. They're right, but they're only looking at the little particles. We're looking at the real thing. I mean, you've got all these people that basically are infected, and this fungi is everywhere. But the reason it's everywhere right now is because everybody's throwing it everywhere. You become a host. You start leaving residue everywhere. Everybody that's got this is actually dropping this like crazy. The little things everywhere. The floor, when you actually have it on there, where basically it just looks like how do I put it? A clear mucus. Okay. This is going to before I'm done. I mean, I am going to teach these people something. Because in regards to it, it won't be everything they know about medical regarding dermatology and a lot of other things is going to be out the window. I have been restrained regarding what I give you for a lot of reasons. One is I want some credit for this, but May won't matter. If I don't find some of these guys to actually help me do this, basically that's it. I will be dropping everything. I'll be getting into the media. I'll be getting everywhere because in regards to this monster is covering your whole body and everybody's got it. And I'm more worried about the kids because there have been a lot of kids that have actually been supposedly shown as dead only because they were paralyzed and so forth and whatever, and they put them as unidentified. But every symptom they said was the symptoms for this thing. So, and all this thing does is grow. That's one of the reasons you gain weight, because this thing is growing. If it gets big enough, you know, especially as you know that it can turn solid. And this is one of the reasons why. Basically, I will have all the data out. I do have the DNA. I do have the results for this came, and the DNA came. I have the report for the DNA too. I mean, I'm not going to invest any more money. I don't have to anymore, because I already have everything I need. Now, see this? This right here is actually a wall of the mycelium of one of these things that's on your body. You can't see it, but that is a wall of the mycelium. Okay? This is basically, you're covered by this. Just because, I mean, it's very small, but but the thing is, just think about it. It's a larger part, but this is just but that is the wall of the mycelium. I don't know if I flipped that sucker, but in regards to it, I mean, that's the monster right there. I mean, this is a full-grown monster right there. Now, I got this, this is, I mean, I'm experimenting with something which basically, it just happened, that I ended up getting this thing, in regards to it. I was actually in a state of shock. And I actually want to see what the hell was in that stuff that I actually tried, because in regards to it, if this thing got this thing off, but the thing is, it was very painful. It was by accident that I found this, because I was doing some work outside the house. And I was actually shocked that it actually affected this thing. I ended up with this thing. Because, like I said, there is still a lot of this, because you got to kill it. It's just that I'm not in the state where I have the layer that you've got. I'm practically done. I mean, to me, I'm hoping to be done by April. I'm hoping, but a lot of things happened a while ago where all kinds of this crap started all of a sudden falling off because of some of the things. But it happens, okay? But mine is not growing. Oh, it tries, but it's not growing. And this is one reason why. And these people don't realize what in the hell. This is a filamentous fungi. This is an invasive fungi. This thing is basically going to get into everything off your body. And the Aspergillus Fumigatus is basically one of the nastiest one that they say. But the thing is, they only think that you get it in your sinus. You get it in your lungs. They're wrong. You get it throughout the whole body. You can get it while walking in a carpet. You can get it where basically by on a carpet that's infected. You can get it basically from touch from someone. You can get it from basically contact, any contact. Now, it may have to be fast. It depends where you're at in the area and so forth, and that's basically the way it's going to work. But this thing is contagious. This thing is basically highly contagious. And, you know, shingles, Lyme disease, plaque psoriasis, fibromyalgia, or whatever the hell it's called. Basically, all that, eczema, is this monster. And in regards to it, all that is going to be proven very shortly. I'm tired of all the time I'm wasting with this thing. But in regards to it, that this is going to be proven, and you guys are going to basically, this is going to be over. Now, I am concerned because, I'm going to do a lot of damage to the medical field in regards to it, and I'm a little concerned. In regards to it, that's why I also carry, so I don't really, in regards to, but in regards to it, I am concerned. Because in regard, with the stuff that I'm going to put out is not very beneficial for a lot of people. But in regards to this, it won't matter because everyone's going to have this problem. So this, it's going to be a situation where very soon this is going to come out. I'm hoping that I don't have to do it myself, but in regards to it, May is the deadline. Now, I'm still waiting for OSU to get back to me. That's one of the reasons why, basically Oklahoma State, to actually get back to me with the samples I gave them, whether they did what, because they were supposed to be doing the same thing I did. But that's one of the reasons that, look, I'm scared for my kids, my family, my friends. I'm scared for everyone. And in regards to it, I am not. It's just like the first time that I went down there in 2014, or 14 or 15. Yeah, 15, whatever. The first time I went down there, 2015, and they said 10 years, I said, hell freaking no. Especially when they're not listening to what you're trying to tell them. So, in regards to it, this will be over this year, coming up, in May. In May, I'm going public, and I don't quit. This is one of the reasons. I mean, it was very hard for me to accept some of the answers that I was getting, only because of the reason that, but the thing was, you have to. I'm a troubleshooter. That's what I did in the past, so basically that's what I do now. This is like troubleshooting something, and basically that's what I've done. The only thing I've been doing right now, and I'm still looking for better ways to kill this thing, but in regards to it, I will basically be able to find an easier way to kill this thing, okay? Because I told you about how to take care from the inside, and I told you how to basically, in regards to everything, because in regards to it, that's the biggest thing. You've got to get it out from the inside as much as possible, because the inside, especially in your body, it's mainly the biggest problem, because you don't want to get it into your organs and everything else, and then all of a sudden, because once this thing starts growing, all these things it is a problem. All right? So, I mean, because you can see, this is the thing. I mean, these are all the thing. And that's the one that I was telling you. I mean, that is a wall, okay? I should have flipped this thing. I don't know if I have it anywhere near, but in regards to that is a wall. That is basically of a mycelium, okay? And, I mean, this thing, it's pretty good size and so forth. And I guarantee you, this is going to be done shortly. The reason I did is because I think this filament was moving, okay? I actually have a video, but I'm not going to go through it because I don't think I caught it on video. I mean, I saw it moving, and because I had the image on screen, and basically I saw the thing moving, and I decided to turn it on, but then the bastard didn't move. Well, let's see, you can see, I mean, well, maybe, let's see. Yeah, see? You can see the pictures right there. The thing was moving, so it kind of basically shows you that it is that this sucker, and that's the thing, and this is what you're going to see. I mean, this is what you need out. The mucus without this doesn't work, okay? The mucus without this is gone, because this is actually the main. This is this is really the main body. Without that, it's nothing. You need even the little one. I mean, that is the main body, okay? But this thing is the like I showed you before, where this thing does the metaphor, and some of the videos before where it actually shows where it turns the fluid into freaking cream, and whatever what it's doing is creating the body. And I'll tell you, this is gonna be it's gonna be over. I'm hoping that they do it for me, because I don't really want to. But like I said, I already have the DNA, and the DNA came to that Aspergillus Fumigatus. Okay, and basically it came out to that, and that's basically it. That is the fungi. I'm not investing any more money on tests, because I don't have no more. I don't have to anymore. The only test I'm actually going to be is trying to find a quicker way to get this thing off the outside of the body, and that's basically it. I mean, and it is going to work. And in regards to it, I mean, this is going to be the end very shortly, And I hope you guys basically, I hope, I've helped you quite a bit and so forth. Because in regard, this thing will paralyze you. This thing will have you bedridden. This thing will basically put you in massive amount of pain. When you get to a certain stage where, if you've been getting it so it's starting to come out of your body and so forth, you'll notice that you'll have the arthritis, everything, all that'll be gone. Okay, you may have some upper layer even after you're being, because this thing is going to be moving around trying to find another place to actually create another mycelium and so forth or whatever. Every sore is the beginning of a mycelium and so forth. Okay, but you're going to have all kinds of sores. That's going to happen because the reason is that is not your skin. That is basically that is the fungi that is actually on top of you. It looks like your skin, but it's not your skin. Now I have some images that I haven't put up that basically I will prove to you all this in regards to it. I have already the data to actually give you that. Okay, but I haven't done it because of there's reasons. I mean, I've got some that basically are going to. I've got some that's going to blow your mind. All right. Basically, this is shingles, Lyme's disease, plaque psoriasis, fibromyalgia. This is all those is this. And even that dry eye syndrome, I guarantee you is this, because I had that problem, and I kept going to the eye doctor, and basically in regards to it, and it's this. This thing basically on covering your, like I said, it covers your whole body. And in regards to it, basically, that's what happens. And that's the one that basically, as you can see, the little furry thing. I mean, these are very small things, by the way. This might be half a grain of rice and so forth. That's how small this thing is. Okay. I mean, this is like here. These were probably big from a good-sized fungi. This is one of the reasons why these things grow and they keep growing. And the bigger they grow, the worse it gets. So one of the reasons why people that not show any symptoms should start taking some of those antifungal thing like caprylic acid and all that stuff, momeliserium and all that. If you're not showing the symptoms, you're better off just start doing it now and get rid of it, even because you already have it. It's just the only thing is you will see it soon, and the doctors better get their heads out of the behind, because in regards to it, I'll tell you, I can't believe this. I mean, I can't believe that they're so stupid. Okay? I mean, you got a degree, but you also have to be able to figure out problems. They're not figuring out problems. They're just going by a stupid book. Anyway, check out Morgellons.us. I mean, that's all I wanted to put up, guys. Morgellons.us. Send me email at AH or CH at Morgellons.us. It doesn't really matter anymore. All right? And I will keep you in touch in regards to it. I mean, like I said, is probably, this is the report. I cut out a lot of things. The only thing I left is basically the project that I gave them was Morgellons epidemic. Basically, this is Aspergillus Fumigatus. Aspergillus Fumigatus is the fungi. They say on the web and in the national webs, all these studies they've done, that you only catch it by air. That is wrong. Okay? They expect you only get it in your lungs and whatever. That is wrong. This thing, you can catch it like you already know. This thing can turn to a liquid, can turn to a solid. Those little solid particles that you find in your home, basically, sometimes when you're walking, all of a sudden you feel like something's biting on your feet, and basically you come to find out is one of those little white little modules that basically attached itself right to your foot, and basically is in the process of changing. Once it changes, it's over. I mean, that thing's stuck on there. That is basically, this is the monster. This is Morgellons disease which is basically, it is a fungi. Morgellons is a fungi, an invasive fungi, highly contagious invasive fungi. It does, but don't be concerned because everybody's already got it. One of the things that's happened, I've started reading that apparently shingles and Lyme disease are shooting through the roof in regards to spreading. The reason it's shooting through the roof is because they're not treating it. So, yeah, they might give you something that basically goes all right, so you might be able to get by. The thing is sunny, your skin is seems to turn normal, but they're not killing it. So the thing comes back, just like I spoke with a policeman the other while ago here, where basically he told me he has shingles, and he says it came back in 3 months. You know, this is the corporate, right? This is the corporate. This is the one that basically is causing the problem. This is highly contagious, and in regards to it spreading like wildfire worldwide. And the medical field better get their act together because soon they're going to get hit with something very high, because in regards to it, this thing, it seems like everybody's progressing at a certain pace. And I guarantee you that this is probably what AIDS really is. It's this fungi. Okay? I bet you that this is what AIDS really is, because the stuff I looked at, this is what it really is. Anyway. All right. Like I said, if you want to write, CH at Morgellons at US, CH at Morgellons at US. Thank you.